Okay, welcome back once again, and thank you very much, our viewers. We love you. Keep tuning in always. We'll give you good stuff. Good things also from my bigger sister who has given me this opportunity, Sister Muhammad. God bless
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Dr.
And then
City.
let me say another big ups to Dr. Wanda,
Yes.
Mr. Isaac, wherever you are,
Mhm.
the husband of Dr. Wanda.
Okay.
So, courtesy, they are making all this interview possible today. And then, as I was saying, we'll be talking about the anthill concept, but then we'll do that at the anthill site. So currently, we're talking about the pillow concept. That has to do with searching, discovering, and then adding value to the natural resources that we have. And from where I ended, that as African, we shouldn't be putting it in the minds of our children that they should finish school and travel outside, go to Europe for greener pastures. No, we have everything that we need in Africa. Let us believe in ourselves. Let us take interest in our environment
Right.
and look for the things that are around and add value to them. Let us teach our children entrepreneurship. And so, to all parents, to all African parents, we are pleading with you to put this in the minds of the kids that we have everything here. Let's motivate them. So, this is
Yes.
part of our patriotic message that we are carrying across. And then we are also motivating our fellow Africans that once the spirit of patriotism is revived, everything will be okay. We have 7 continents. Africa as a continent is part of the 7, but we are lacking behind. Other continents are flying ahead of us, not because they are so blessed and we are not blessed. No. What makes America what it is the spirit of patriotism. It is true patriotism. British is what it is. And if Africa want to get there, if we are talking about Pan-Africanism, it is only through patriotism. And as I said earlier on, that we talking about patriotism, we are not promoting Ghana above other countries, no. But we are starting from country to country. If we, the people in Ghana here, understand what patriotism is about, and we've been able to put aside all our differences, Togolese do the same, Beninese do the same, and all the other countries do the same. When we are bringing the continent of Africa together, it will be possible. And this is what exactly we are preaching. And so the message to all Africans is that this is the time for us to value what we have. This is the time for us to put aside all our differences and begin to relate to ourselves as brothers and sisters. Let's put aside the things that divide us. We came to
Amen.
meet these things.
Yes.
Religion, we're not born with religion.
No, we're
We
not.
came to
Absolutely
meet
not.
it. We're not born with tribal differences. We came to meet it.
That's right.
We were born as human beings. So we should begin to relate to ourselves as human beings. The things that we came to meet, that is dividing us, putting differences aside amongst us. It is time now we put all these things aside
Yes.
and begin to relate to ourselves as fellow human beings, love ourselves. Let us put aside the fight. Let us put aside what they call it, the wars and other things, and learn to dialogue.
Yes.
Dialogue in a time of anger. Let us learn to dialogue.
Yes. That's what
Let's
I
learn to
say.
dialogue.
That's
And let's
what
learn to
Strong
be
Dialects is
faithful
all
to
about.
ourselves.
Yes.
We should stop playing it smart and be faithful, and then respect ourselves, and
That's right.
then these are the things that can help us. Apart from that, we are also encouraging ourselves that we should take delight in learning each other's language.
Yes.
For instance, we speak English, some of you speak French, and all the other languages. Let's take delight in learning all this language. We know that these divisions were brought up by our colonial masters,
Oh,
but
come on
then
with the truth now. Straight
uh,
up. That's right.
we know.
Yeah.
But then it's hard time now. If we want to put ourselves together, the only thing we can do is to learn the language of one another so that we can communicate very well.
Yes. Yes.
And then once we are communicating, we should be patient enough to understand one another so that we can relate very well.
Yes.
And so this is the patriotic message we are preaching here. And very soon we'll be taking this message to all the African countries for us to understand what patriotism is all about. In time past, people stood on patriotism to commit a lot of atrocities. So people actually hate the word patriotism. So we are redefining patriotism to them. All those who stood on patriotism to commit atrocities, were not actually practicing patriotism.
Somebody
Because
said
when we say patriotism, it's about love for country. But in the absence of humanity, there's no country. So our first love should go to humanity, then the
Yes.
country.
yes.
And this is the secret. If you love your country to that extent that you look down upon other countries, remember, there are things that those countries have that you don't have. How do you get it from them?
That's true.
So if I proud myself being a Ghana man, and I look down upon Togolese, there are things that Togo has that Ghana don't have.
Amen.
And we need to go to them. And so we are interdependent. We live on one another.
Yes, we do.
You see, America proud themselves to be that huge, to be that powerful. But in the absence of other countries, America can never survive.
Especially
Never.
without Africa.
They can never
Straight
survive.
up.
If by the spirit of patriotism, all our black brothers in the US decide that they are going back to their roots, every African, by the spirit of patriotism, decide that they are going back to their root, I think the economy of America will collapse. Will collapse in the
You
day.
better tell the truth on that one, straight up. Hey. That's what I'm talking about.
I believe you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
We only need to take that decision by the spirit of
Yes.
patriotism.
Yes,
That's all.
yes.
And so the patriotic message we are preaching here, we are not lifting Ghana above any other country. No, we are only trying to encourage Ghanaians to believe in themselves. That we can do is once we put ourselves together, we hold our hands together, we can build a very beautiful country. And whilst we build a beautiful Ghana, Togolese build a beautiful Togo, Nigerians, South Africans, Burkinabes, and all other countries, they build a beautiful country, and they want to put the continent together. We are all building a beautiful African continent.
Yes,
And that's what
yes.
we are motivating each and every one of you to do. Let's put the past behind us, and let's look at the bigger picture. Where, in fact, Ghana, Africa is heaven on earth.
It is. The Garden
Africa
of Eden
is
is
the Garden of
heaven,
Eden,
straight
for
up.
sure.
Man, you know you're telling the
It's
truth.
heaven on earth.
Yes.
And we have to make it happen.
Yes, we do.
It's rather unfortunate per the differences or the various religions that we practice. We kept hoping for a beautiful heaven someday that we will go. And for this reason, many of us have folded our arms and waiting for that heaven.
Come on with
We've been
it.
praying,
Come on.
and
Come
the
on.
heaven is not coming.
That's right.
This is a time for us to build that heaven.
Yes, sir.
Let's build it here, right
Let's
here.
let it build right
So
here.
that when the promised one comes, good enough. But if it doesn't come, we don't lose anything.
And who's the promised
But-
one? You the promised one. I'm the promised one. We're the promised
We
one.
are the
Straight up.
promised ones. We have to make it happen.
Yes, that's right.
And so let us learn to build hope instead of hoping for hope.
Yes.
We got the power and everything in us to make it happen. And so we are motivating you this afternoon that come join hands with us
Yes.
once we do this together, because it's a collective responsibility.
Yes, it is.
Patriotism is a win-win affair.
Yes.
It benefits all of us. And we are doing all this not for ourselves, but for generations to come.
That's right.
And so that the foolishness in which we have been born into will be able to liberate the generations that is coming after us. And we shouldn't joke with these things.
That's right.
Some of our predecessors have died in foolishness. We shouldn't die in that foolishness.
Thank you.
The
Thank
light
you.
has come for us to
Yes.
rise up and then hold our hands together in peace so that we do this. 2 years ago, we walked over 248 kilometers on foot from Accra to Kumasi,
Walk. They walk. Y'all.
preaching this message to
Yeah.
Ghanaians. Just last December, last year, we walked 156 kilometers from Accra to home, preaching this message to fellow Ghanaians and to fellow Africans. And then we are still on. This is what we'll be doing till Daddy calls us home. We have given our lives to this until every African hear this message of patriotism. And so for those of you who are mad at the word patriotism, just because some people couldn't practice this word, we are telling this is another phase of patriotism that has to do with humanity. Not the kind of patriotism USA preaches, no. That they will come and then manipulate others and take away their resources. No, we are not talking about that kind of patriotism.
Yes, that's
The
right.
kind of patriotism we are talking about here is humanitarian patriotism,
Right.
where we place value on human beings, we respect human beings,
Yes.
and treat human beings like human beings.
Yes.
This is the kind of patriotism we are preaching here. A patriotism that can build a nation. A dying nation needs a patriotism. And Africa at this moment needs the message of patriotism. Because it is only in Africa you come and you see African line up at embassies. We all want to run away.
Hey, come
It's
on.
only in Africa.
Yes.
Every corner in Africa, you see the embassies there. They claim we are the poorest, but they come and take away the petty monies that we have here and take it
Tell
away.
the truth. That's right.
You go in for the visa, they bounce you, they don't even give your money back to you.
Come on now.
Some of you have sold your houses, some of you sold your cars, your businesses, and want to travel to Europe. No, please. We can make it right here in
That's
Africa.
right. That's right.
That is why we, the people of Africa, needs this patriotic message the most.
Yes.
Because when we understand this message, the world will rush to us. We will not rush to the world.
Amen.
No, because
Amen.
we have everything here.
Yes, we do. Yes,
They will
sir.
even beg you to come, not you going there. Because we have everything right here.
Beautiful.
And this is what we are motivating you. And I want to tell you, my brothers and sisters, I have not been in Europe before. I have never been there before. It is a calling. And if I am here and I'm telling you, sometimes when our brothers and sisters come from Europe and they are telling us, we think that because they don't want us to come, that is why they are coming to tell us stories, to discourage us. No, I have not been there. But I have been called to tell you that everything is right here.
That's right.
We are living in heaven. But for lack of patriotism, we are turning the heaven to hell. That is a problem.
It is.
We are living in a very beautiful continent, but for lack of patriotism, we are turning heaven to hell. And then for the spirit of patriotism, those who are living in a horrible condition are turning it to heaven by the spirit of patriotism.
Yes.
We all know the story of Dubai. It's a desert land, but by the spirit of patriotism, they have turned the whole country into heaven, to paradise. Why can't we do that as Africans? Everything is possible right here. Let us begin to love ourselves. Let us hold hands together in peace.
Yes.
And together, we'll build a very wonderful continent.
That's right.
And this is what Ghana Man and his team stand for. So when we say patriotism is the only way out. Patriotism, the only way out. Let's put aside tribal differences, political differences, and religious differences. Let's break all these barriers that our colonial masters have put between us. Let's break this barrier.
Let's break it.
And begin to relate to ourselves as brothers and sisters.
Yes, that's right.
That is the only way. But then one thing that is also fighting against us, making it very difficult for us to come together, is selfishness.
Yes, that's right.
Selfishness. The beneficiaries of the bad system don't want things to be corrected.
Right.
They prefer to be what they call it, patching the potholes than to see the road being fixed, because they are benefiting from it. This has been our problem. The selfishness of we Africans. So we are pleading with all of you, put the selfishness aside. We are not in this world to acquire wealth for ourselves. No, we are here to leave positive legacy behind. We are here to liberate the continent, to liberate the younger generation. Let us be generational thinkers, and then put selfishness aside, and we can do better.
Absolutely.
Let's put selfishness aside. Please put selfishness aside, because very soon you and I are going down the grave. Very soon. And then we are not going with all the material things, We are not going down with the material things. So why are we so selfish that we know the way to go? We know these things are not new to most of you. It's not never. But because we want it all for ourselves, that is why we are finding it difficult to unite as a continent. That is the secret. We are too selfish. We want everything for ourselves and for our children. And so we are not thinking about the masses out there. And some of you are living a comfortable life, so you think all is okay. But let me tell you a secret. No one is safe in an unpatriotic environment. No matter how rich you are not safe. Nobody is safe in an unpatriotic environment. No one. No matter how rich you are, you are not safe. Even our leaders, they are not safe. Our president, they are not safe. Why is it that when they fall sick, they travel Europe to go and attend to themselves? Do you see the Europeans coming down here to Africa to attend to themselves when they are sick? No, it's only Africans that does that. They are all traveling there. If things are okay here, why are we going? We are not safe at all.
My God.
We are not. And the sad aspect is that the only people African can fight is ourselves. The only people we can fight is ourselves. Think of it. Food for thought.
Yes.
The only people we can fight is ourselves. We cannot stand against any continent. You know it. It's a fact. But we are always quick fighting one another.
Tell the truth, brother.
Let's
Straight
unite
up. Yes.
and build a better continent.
Yes.
We can do it.
Amen.
And so we'll bring this session to an end. When we go to the anthill side, we'll tell you the anthill concept. That one is going to move you. Thank you very much. Glad having you.
All right. You applause for the brother, y'all. Applause for the brother. Yay! Beautiful, my brother. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. They say they enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
When the writing come up, you see them. See, yeah.
Thank you.
The applause. Thank you.
Now it's not even posted. This is live.
This is live.
Yeah,
Going all over
and
the world.
all these comments are passing by.
Brother is sharp, you guys. He's sharp. You know, he said some of the same things I said last night on my live. You know, no matter how much money you have, you could be a billionaire. You're still a nigga.
Yeah.
To the white man. Straight up. And I ain't lying, I'm telling you the truth. And y'all don't look like grandma, great grandma, which I am. Hey, right on.
So we're gonna meet you at the anthill site,
Yeah.
and we'll tell you a wonderful story about the anthill.
Yes.
So those of you who have not heard anything about the anthill or the termite mold, you can do a bit research on it before we get to the site. Because that site is the first of its kind. You won't get it anywhere in this world. It's
So
only
y'all
in
stay
Ghana.
tuned.
Yeah.
How long is it going to be before we get over there?
Oh, let's say about 30 minutes. 30 minutes we'll get there.
Yeah, so y'all tune in within the next.
The next 30 minutes, tune in. We're going to be at the anthill site. The first of its kind in the whole world. You won't see it anywhere. And then the concept, you've not heard about it before, is going to be the first of its kind. So tune in the next 30 minutes. We are going to give you surprises.
Yes.
Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
What they
love
say?
you. What is the link?
Your link?
Facebook link.
Okay. My Facebook link is Nelson Sellasi Abitty. Nelson Sellasi Abitty. The Nelson is Nelson. The Sellasi is Sellasi. Sellasi. Then Abitty is Abitty. Abitty.
Ghana man.
And then Ghana man as usual. You add Ghana man. And then on IG is Ghana_man1. That is the IG. The Twitter is still Nelson Sellasi Abitty. Nelson Sellasi Abitty. Yeah, that's going to be. But henceforth, I'm going to be on my big sister's platform often. You are going to see me on her platform often. Because she's a patriot. You know, she's a patriot. And I want to say big up to all our brothers and sisters who are coming down to the motherland. Wow. We appreciate it. And let it motivate you as well to come. It's a very peaceful place. Come and together we will build a very beautiful continent. So in the next 30 minutes, we are going to tell you more about the anthill concept.
Yes.
Voila.